This is the team of Tenalian Aviation. Every day they risk everything. Alaska's treacherous terrain and wicked weather make this the world's most dangerous place to fly. These are the tales of Alaska's ultimate bush pilots. With 70 million acres of public land, Alaska attracts sportsmen from around the planet.
It looked like a pretty good bear. I hope we get a better chance at it here.
The state issues almost 600,000 hunting and fishing licenses annually.
One shot, one kill.
Hunters and anglers' main mode of transportation to access the bush? Planes.
You want me to go or you go ahead? All right.
So during hunting season, hundreds of flights traverse the last frontier. This amount of air traffic adds to the state's high number of crashes. But technological advances over the past decade have reduced aircraft accidents in Alaska.
Did you get the coordinates?
Yeah, we got them in there. What would we do without GPS nowadays?
However, when they do occur, Tenalian's there to clean up the wreckage.
I'm gonna get this line in first.
Today we're going to fly out and do underwater salvage. We're going to go under the water and tie onto a piece of wrecked airplane, and we're going to try to sling it off the bottom of a lake using the Jet Ranger. It's going to be a challenge.
Oh, this is a heavy one.
Yeah!
Clear!
This was a fishing lodge airplane. He took off in really windy, gusty conditions and got airborne maybe too soon. A gust of wind got him, he couldn't overcome, and he cartwheeled literally like a gymnast, wingtip over wingtip, engine tail, and this wing snapped off and went flying away from the rest of the wreckage because they got the rest of the wreckage out of the water, but they never got that wing.
Going out and getting this wing. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
I'm excited.
Tenalian lead pilot Josiah and diver Tammy Lou Shaw are helping Joel with the wing recovery.
Always down for a dive.
I know, right? Freshwater dive, too.
The duo's heading to 6 Mile Lake in Non-Dalton, almost 200 miles southwest of Anchorage. Joel is on a fishing trip around Port Allswell, so the team will rendezvous at the crash site.
Okay, I'm airborne. Okay, I'm right behind you.
It's kind of like an urban legend. Pilots talked about it for years. Hey, we should go get that wing, man. I bet it's really worth a lot.
A salvage beaver wing in good condition could be worth up to $25,000, but no one was sure where the beaver wing landed until now.
Some of the local natives in that village actually took a boat out and they believe they found the wing, so we have some pretty good general idea of coordinates of where to start looking.
What do you think of that squall over there heading our way?
I think it's affecting the wind. I mean, the winds on the water here are showing a few different directions.
Maneuvering in Alaska's unpredictable weather can be extremely dangerous. A lesson Chief Pilot Mark Barker learned the hard way.
When I first started flying, I was up at about 6,000 feet, and the two passengers I had were big guys, and I'm not Mr. Miniature myself. And of course, when you have big working guys, they have big giant toolboxes. And it was one of those typical things, the weather starts moving in. I tell the guys, come on, hurry up, we gotta get going. We go, oh, almost done, almost done. Finally, they get done, we load the helicopter up. So we're at high altitude, 3 big guys on board in a toolbox. And so I'm power limited up there. Picked up to a hover, and I started moving forward, and I didn't have enough power. Rotor speed starts going down. Light comes on, horn comes on, man. Hey, did you check the weather cameras before we head out?
Alaska's extreme weather is is a formidable hazard for bush pilots.
Hey, check the weather is deteriorating. It's getting windier.
Pilot Mark Barker battled the elements during a harrowing flight he'll never forget.
It was wintertime. I'm on the top of a mountain, so we're at high altitude. 3 big guys on board in a toolbox, and I didn't have enough power. And so I just picked the best place to kind of plant it on the ground, and I slid along a little bit at an angle, and it's like a 4,000-foot drop-off on the side. Almost to a stop, buried under the snow was a big old rock. Big old rock. And I slammed into that rock, kind of cocked me sideways, and I'm sitting right there on the mountain, kind of going, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Now it's starting to get dark. We're kind of getting to a survival situation. I gotta keep moving fast. I shut it down, looked the whole machine over, and the machine looks to be okay. And then I told one of the guys, okay, I'm gonna take one guy at a time down. At that time, I'm lighter. Hop off the mountain, go down and land, go back up to the top of the mountain, picked up the other guy, left the tools up on the mountain, and I came home. I said, I'm never doing that again.
Joel and Josiah are prepared for their own questionable weather en route to 6 Mile Lake today.
What do you think of that squall over there heading our way?
But a different culprit is causing trouble.
Oh, an eagle on my nose. Look at the eagle, man. I just missed him.
I saw that.
Oh, my gosh. Those things are afraid of nothing. I was moving like crazy, and he was as steady as a rock. Wow. I'm glad I didn't hit him.
The team's searching for underwater wreckage from a decades-old crash.
Okay, I'll let you land.
Because there's no runway, Joel and Josiah must land on the rocky shoreline.
I'll sit down there and be looking for you.
Roger.
Touching down on a gravel beach is easy for a helicopter. The uneven surface is challenging for a wheeled aircraft.
Nice job. That looked good. Okay, I'm coming into my spot here. I see you turning around there.
The dive crew and their gear are safely on the ground. Now to find that needle in the haystack.
First thing we'll do is we have a boat hired. We'll go out on the lake and try to find the wing. We have coordinates for it, so hopefully that'll be the easy part.
Josiah and Joel are hoping a side scan sonar will give them a visual of the wing.
What's MacGyver got that we ain't got?
The side scan sonar is like a super high deluxe fish finder, but it can actually see the bottom of the lake. It can see outlines of things.
This is the eyeball. It's a thing of beauty.
And so we'll use that at the coordinates and see if we can't see this wing.
We're in 21 feet of water.
Okay.
And I can't see a thing. Oh, yes, I can. Hold on, man.
I'm holding on.
I gotta find my glasses. There's fish.
There it is.
That looks like it right there.
Yep, that's it.
All right, let's head on in, Chuck. We got it.
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to try and take the boat or go from shore?
I think it'd be easier to go from shore.
Okay.
All right, let's get suited up.
Okay, can you make sure that's tight around my neck and no hair?
The lake temperature is probably 36 or 37 degrees, somewhere in there.
So we're gonna have dry suits and hoods and gloves and all the cold water Alaska diving gear that you need.
Just go for it and be careful, all right?
Okay.
We'll be waiting here.
Sounds good.
In addition to freezing water, the wreck site is teeming with other dangers.
On a dive like this, a wreck dive, there may be a fair amount of current where the wing is. We just don't know yet. Visibility is another issue. Could be zero visibility down there.
There's a debris field down there from the wrecked airplane. I don't want them to rip a wetsuit or get snagged. They've haven't been down there a long time. I wish I was down there with him. I could see what's going on. I feel kind of out of control.
Of course, the wing was nowhere in sight once we got to the bottom, so we just started swimming a grid around that area.
One of the concerns is that silt, seaweed, just stuff could have covered the wing over, and they could swim right across the top of it and won't even see it.
I couldn't believe we found it, so yeah, we high-fived and it was awesome.
Yeah! Awesome!
But it quickly becomes clear Tammy must come out of the water before the wing does.
I got a leak, like in my suit. Water pouring down my back.
I didn't know it at the time, but Tammy was dealing with a leaky suit.
I gotta get out of the water.
Let's go.
I'm so wet.
Let's go to shore.
She was swimming down there basically with 37-degree water filling her suit.
I got a leaking suit.
Tammy's
Soaking
cold and wet, yeah.
Soaking wet on the inside. It poured as soon as we descended, poured down my back.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt some water when we first went in.
I mean, look at that.
Wow.
Not good.
She had classic symptoms when we got her out of that dry suit and by a fire. She had the shaking chills and the classic signs of hypothermia. I mean, her lips were blue. She was shaking.
I am soaking wet. Ooh.
Let's get you warm.
Thank you.
Aircraft salvage jobs are riddled with unforeseen dangers.
If that hook lets go, bail, get out of the way.
Many times with threats that are completely unassociated with flying.
All right, so getting warmed up.
Soaking. I am soaking wet.
During a salvage dive for a wrecked beaver wing, Tammy's dry suit springs a leak, exposing her to the frigid Alaskan water.
She was swimming down there basically with 37-degree water filling her suit, and she got hypothermic. So I went and built a fire and got her next to it. Do you think you have a defect in your suit, or was something not put on right?
I don't know. It poured down my neck as soon as we descended, which is not normal. I had different layering set up where you have to have a really tight seal on your neck and on your wrists. And what I think happened is I just didn't have a tight enough seal on my undergarments.
With Tammy literally chilled to the bone, bringing up the wing will have to wait.
Let's figure out how to get you into some dry clothes. Let's start gathering up our gear so we can come back and hit it in the morning. It's when you get really tired, really fatigued, that you can make bad mistakes. Let's get out of here and go home. All right? I have spoken, it is written, now it is law.
Now it is law.
After yesterday's suit disaster, the team is taking no chances today.
You're in and in. Attachable weights.
The first order of business the second day was to make sure Tammy's suit wasn't gonna leak.
Final okay? Final okay. Woohoo! All right, let's go diving.
All right, good luck, you guys. I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of if it's not going to be like suction, like stuck, almost glued to the bottom because of settling into the silt.
The wing had sunk down into the mud pretty far, and the wing was upside down, so I had to scoop out a whole bunch of mud at the wing root to find some place to hook a line. Somehow got a good place and got a line on there, and then was able to get it all rigged with one tank of air. I had serious doubts I was going to be able to pull it off the bottom.
What do you think, Josiah?
It's not very good because it's gonna try to lift the wing flat. No leverage, you know, but...
It'll pivot.
Yeah.
It'll pivot as it comes up. It's not gonna come up flat.
Yeah.
Like a halibut.
Right. I think we should try it.
All right.
We're gonna head to shore. I'll get out of this suit and put my helicopter hat on.
Right on.
All right.
I'll be out here waiting for you. We'll hook on.
Clear.
Dip your hook.
Okay, I'm picking up.
Okay, we got a south wind, so the wind's gonna try to blow the hook from the south to me.
Weather is something you deal with in Alaska, so sure enough, true to form, we had winds, squalls going through, so weather is always something that you're dealing with, and this time was no different.
Okay, I'm coming up to you, Joel. I'll try to get it in your hand. Hey, a little closer. Doing good, doing good. Keep it coming down. You're about 5 feet above my head.
Catching a hook while standing in a small fishing boat is easier said than done.
The wind is blowing the ship around up aloft, and it's blowing the long line. And Josiah's coming in, and the hook is swaying. It was tense. It was a little challenging.
Yeah, there it is.
Grabbed it and hooked it on the line that was attached to the wing.
All right, you're good to go. Okay, I'm hooked. I'm gonna start picking up on it. Okay, I'll give you a chance to get out of the way. All right, we're moving.
Slinging over water can be super dangerous. I hooked to something that was on the bottom of the lake, and I had no idea if I would be able to budge it.
Okay, I'm just gonna start putting a tug on it and see what I get here.
And then he starts to lift, and that's the moment of truth. That's when we find out, are we successful or not? Yeah, you're going up a little bit.
Yeah, just hold your position. Okay, I'm just gonna start putting a tug on it and see what I get here.
Josiah and Joel are trying to dislodge a wrecked beaver wing from the bottom of 6 Mile Lake.
You don't know how it's gonna go.
All right, I see a bunch of mud. I think it's moving.
I just started tugging on it, and felt it give a little bit, and then all of a sudden I looked down and I could see mud below the surface, and I knew it was moving.
It's moving.
Right on, man. I see mud on the water. Yeah, you're going up a little bit.
Yeah, there it is. It's up the surface.
Woohoo! Yeah!
And then you see it come out of the water. It was just awesome. It was woohoo!
Right on, Josiah. You're doing it.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. I'll put a tug on it and see if I can get it to drain.
Yeah, just hold your position for a couple of minutes. Just let it drain.
A dry wing weighs about 400 pounds, but loaded down with water and silt, it's almost 800 pounds.
I can see water just pouring out of it.
Yeah, water's pouring out of it like crazy.
I just saw 3 fish fall out of the wing into the water. Ah, there's more. There's fish pouring out of the wing. Ah, another fish just fell out.
Those are actually freshwater lingcod. We call them burbot. We call them poor man's halibut.
But before they can enjoy a fresh-caught dinner, Josiah must get the wing to dry land.
You guys, he's going to the grass. He's going to the grass. Okay, everyone's getting out of the way. Go ahead and take it to the grass over here by the campfire. Set her down. You're looking good. You're down. That's good. Yeah! High five! Excellent. He's holding a lingcod in his hand over here, Josiah. This is how we fish. Go ahead and sit down. That is some of the coolest stuff we've done yet.
That's hilarious.
Besides the fish, the wing is a total bust.
This is probably $100.
This here.
Yeah.
In better condition, the wing could have been worth up to $25,000. But for the Tenalian team, it's never just about the money.
Oh, it was totally worth it. It was such a fun mission, and the fact that we found it and got it out of there is just so rewarding. It's awesome.
What a day, man.
Yeah,
what a good day.
That was good.
It just felt like a real sense of accomplishment, and it's always fun when you share that with friends.
The poor fish is still flopping around in there.
I don't consider this work. Work is when I'm at the desk with papers. This was fun. It was a fun adventure.
This is what we do. We're good at what we do. We love what we do. It's fun to have a job that you love doing.